So welcome back to another episode of Hit the Road Tenerife. We're starting our journey today from a beautiful little village called La Orotava, and we're just going to do a short ride from here down to Puerto De La Cruz.
And guys, this is my personal favorite place on the whole island. This is our secret escape, and not a lot of people in the south know about this place and how stunning it is. It is super historical town, so you can have a lot of historical buildings, churches, like stone houses. Ayuntamiento is beautiful as well, and it dates back to 1500s. So there is a lot of history here, and we will show you around a little bit before we hit Puerto De La Cruz. So let's go.
You know, the only problem with bikes is you've got to carry your stuff with you, and I'm walking up a hill. It's boiling. I've got my jacket with me. Agata's kindly carrying my helmet with me. But yeah, that's the only problem with having a motorbike, isn't it?
So we are now in Victoria Gardens. First of all, you can see Teide from here, which is one of the best things of the north part of the island. But I'm going to give you literally 15 seconds of a history here. This actually was owned by aristocracy, Spanish aristocracy, and was designed by a French architect, those beautiful gardens of Victoria. And the reason was the guy who was actually going to be buried in this beautiful mausoleum that we're going to show you in a minute, he was connected to Freemasonry, so the Catholic Church said no for him to be buried in the church. So because of that, that was built. Eventually he was buried normally in the Catholic Church, but the gardens still remain, and they're open for everyone to come in and look at this beautiful piece of French architecture. So let's take a look around.
So here we are in the beautiful little village town of La Orotava. I've got Agata with me again today. So she's out with me for, actually I was going to say, not just for a ride, we've actually had a short weekend break here actually. So it's more on green. Hang on a minute, this is a funny old road, isn't it? So yeah, we just had a little short weekend break in Orotava. I say a break because I ended up doing the La Orotava 8-kilometre run. So I certainly hit the road with some very sore feet and some very sore legs, which I did it last night actually. It was a night run in Orotava. And if you don't know Orotava, the town itself, it is rather on the hilly side. So there was a lot of hill running. Now I've just got to keep a watch out because we're actually making our way over towards Puerto De La Cruz. So we're just in the, as I said, we're just in the town of Orotava. So we're just going to make our way through this town and head off down towards Puerto De La Cruz, which isn't far. We're just up on the hillside. So Orotava is a little bit, it's high elevation. Just overlooking Puerto De La Cruz, and then we're just going to head down towards the coast and to the famous northern resort of Puerto De La Cruz. And I think actually we're probably just going to do a left here. Just watch out for behind me because there was somebody behind me there. And we're just going to head off down towards the left here, which, yes, Puerto De La Cruz is just ahead of us. So we're just going to make our way down there. Hey, look at this car here. That's a, oh, what's that now? A VW, oh God, what was it? I forgot the name of that car. what's it called? Carrada? Was it a Carrada or something like that? That's it. Wow, look at that. Amazing. Amazing looking car. I really like those cars. Shame I forgot the name. And then we're just going to go straight down here towards Puerto De La Cruz. But yeah, that's a really nice car. You can just see it again in the mirror there with all its sport livery. And yeah, we just go straight down here. As I said, it's a quite a hilly place, so I think I should be in the right one side lane here. Yeah, completely wrong lane. Come on, James, get your head with it. So I think what I'm going to try and do is pick up a road, another TF road, which is going to be the TF 134, which will be the main road from here from Orotava down into Puerto De La Cruz. As I've probably said before, I absolutely really love the north side. As you can probably see from the sort of video images, certainly from the GoPro, how green it is. It's just so green here. You can probably just make out in front of us there, that's actually the resort area of Puerto De La Cruz, just down there towards the bottom. And we're just going to pick up and go down there, grab something to eat, give you a look around. Wait, he's got go faster stripes on. So here we go. Puerto De La Cruz, we don't want to go on a TF5, so that's the main northern motorway route here. Or do I do that? I don't know where I'm going here actually. I'm just chancing it here. I'm going wherever. Anyway, let's just have a ride around. I'm going to close my visor for a minute because it is windy, and I've got my glasses on today. So I usually wear contact lenses, but I'm not wearing contact lenses today because main reason being is I've got a bit of an eye infection, and I think it's a gutter's tapping me on the right ear. We're just going to come off here. So very brief short route on the TF5. So actually we're going to pick up a TF31 El Rincon. And then it's the TF31 we're going to head off towards for Puerto De La Cruz. I'm just going to bank here to the left. And then straight down. This just basically takes us all the way down, drops down into Puerto De La Cruz. So yeah, I've had to put my glasses on today because I picked up an eye infection, and I developed a bit of a stye on my left eye. And usually, when I'm out on the motorbike, I usually wear 9 times out of 10, I'm always wearing contact lenses. But this time round, I've had to put my glasses on, and I don't know if you find this, but when I've got glasses on and I've got my helmet, I find it very uncomfortable because it's obviously my helmet's pressing the arms of my glasses into the side of my face. So, and I don't know how to make that more comfortable really. So yeah, usually I put contact lenses in, but then I have a problem when I put contact lenses in them because I then need to use reading glasses. So yeah, let me know if you know of a way of making, if you're a glasses wearer and you ride a motorbike, how to make that more comfortable. Because even like now, just on this short ride, it's the helmet's really pressing the arms on my glasses and my face. Again, weather-wise, I mean, obviously now it's what is it, July the 23rd. We're certainly in the height of summer now, so it's been very hot. In fact, we are going to switch over to here and go to the TF312. So here we go. TF132. And then this is it. This is the start of the resort area of Puerto De La Cruz. Again, I think I said this actually in a previous video. The resort area down here, as opposed to the south resort of Las Americas, Los Cristianos, is predominantly German here, rather than the south being predominantly British. So there's a lot more of the restaurants catered for the German market. Obviously, like with anything now these days, it's it's become a lot more international. But I would definitely say it's predominantly more German around here. I'm just going to lift my visor up because I'm boiling. But I do really like this. I love this resort area. It's always been a favourite of mine. And obviously, if you just historically, if you're a Beatles fan, you'll have certainly seen the Beatles being photographed here back in the 60s when they took a break while filming the film Help. It wasn't all of them. It was basically just John Lennon actually was missing, but the rest of them came on here on a short holiday. I don't know why John Lennon didn't come. So usually, sometimes I've seen this on the on the advertising boards when they're advertising concerts or shows and so on. They usually have a Beatles tribute band down here, just because the Beatles made for a short, well, not for a short time, but when the Beatles were on holiday here, they just made it famous. Why not? They were one of the most famous bands in the world, if not still are. So as you can see now, yeah, a lot more resort-like and feeling. But as resorts go, I like this more than I do of Las Americas and Los Cristianos. For me, there's just something nice about it, really. So yeah, just making our way. Oh yes, that's a great little restaurant. I'll pick that out again. So this is pretty much where we've got this kind of like horrible. We say it was like it's a nice resort. It's like with anywhere. Just now and again, you'll just have an odd, ugly.
Looks like communist building.
Agata said to me, she said, "It looks like a communist building." Well, Agata would know that, being from Poland. Ooh. What has he turned into? Tahora Cafe Restaurant. So we're just going to go around this one-way system at the minute before we actually get into Puerto De La Cruz. And then we do a turn into the right eventually. We do a right over to here. Put the blinkers on. Ooh. And then yeah, just drop back down into the resort now. Came here last year, talking of concerts, came here last year because actually the Pet Shop Boys did a concert here in Puerto De La Cruz. It was a great concert, loved it. I always loved the 80s, but certainly love the Pet Shop Boys. And we do a right here, just gonna get through this strange one-way system that they've got here. And then it's just straight down here, and then we'll find a parking spot and then show you Puerto De La Cruz. Only a short ride from La Orotava. Just get around this car. So yeah, just a short ride. In fact, there's a hotel there called Orotava. But again, it's a lot more, has that kind of like Canarian colonial buildings with these wooden balconies. You can just see like the wooden balconies and the wooden architraves around the window. Oops, just on the red here. It's another one of the things why I like about it here, because it is oldie worldly. And yes, it's a resort, but then it's mixed in with the Canarian architecture.
Look at the contrast between those stone houses and that thing.
Yeah. So you got these colonial buildings, and then what is it, Agata? You've got this communist. Yeah, you got then what, like Poland in front of you. Now we're just going to try and work out where to park here. Where are we parking here, Agata? Is it a bit further? I thought isn't it this left one now? It's this one, yeah? No? Oh, is it the next one? Oh yes, it is, yes. So we're just going to park to the left here. There we go. Whew. And then there should be a motorcycle park here, but there's a car that's just fucking blocked it. Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. I'll try and squeeze in here. Fucking idiot.
So guys, we are now in Puerto De La Cruz. We are actually on a little square with a very historical church behind me. And this is what I would say is more of a historical part of Puerto De La Cruz. Behind me, if you would continue that road, you will go to your typical promenade in front of the sea with all the shops, you know, ice cream places, etc. One thing that I have to note, people constantly say, especially people who go in the south, that the north of the island is cold. I would like to say, and James will agree with me, today is blazing hot. It's definitely over 30 degrees both in Orotava and in Puerto De La Cruz. So, oh, the bells are ringing. Let us show you a little bit more of this Canarian culture here in Puerto De La Cruz. Let's go.
Just like what Agata just said, it is absolutely stinking hot. Hot. So I've got to say, really love this area up in the north. It's the northern resort of Puerto De La Cruz. I don't know, it's got something kind of like special about it. It's still got like a mixture of the old buildings, the old colonial style buildings, but just check out this beach down here. It's just fantastic. As you've probably seen on the other videos in the north, it's a little bit more rugged and a little bit more rough in terms of the sort of like ocean breaks and so on. But it's just amazing. I just love the quality down here. It's fantastic. But check it out.
Speaking about La Orotava, I've heard a lot of us talking about historical places, and there are so many places like this here. Now, the place that we're actually staying overnight is called Casa del Indiano. Not sponsored, we just found them a while ago, and we always come here. And this is the house that is right behind me, and this is house from 1866. It's renovated to be super modern and nice. The owners are fantastic, and if you guys are staying in La Orotava, definitely come and stay here. It's wonderful, super authentic house, made inside a little bit more modern. 100% recommend. Right guys, so this is how the apartment in Casa del Indiano looks like. As I mentioned before, you have a double room and you have the studio. We absolutely love this studio, and what I love in here is attention to detail. And one of the things I love the most, guys, are those sheets. Those are the softest sheets you will ever feel in your life. So 100% recommend.
Well, I've got to say, I think I've caught the sun a little bit and burnt.
I think so, yeah. So this is the bad parts of living on Tenerife, I guess. It can get burnt very easily, but that concludes our trip today through La Orotava and Puerto De La Cruz.
Yeah, only a little short one. Only a little short one, as I said, from La Orotava down to Puerto De La Cruz. But definitely a place to visit in your itinerary of, I don't know, holiday things, touristy things. Definitely check out Orotava and Puerto De La Cruz.
And that again shows how hot the northern part of the island can be. No, guys, it doesn't rain here all the time.
No, not really, not all the time. How many times have I been here? I've never been caught out in rain, funny enough.
I haven't.
Or ever? I don't know. I can't remember.
On top
Certainly
of
up in the hills. Yeah, certainly up in the hills anyway. Yeah, I've been caught out.
Yeah. So that's about it. Oh, the sun is
Oh,
coming
it's
out,
out.
so
I
we're
can feel
gonna go and hide. Thank you again for tuning in, and make sure that you tune in next time in Hit the Road Tenerife.
Bye for now.